welcome. Oops, Daniel, do you want me to go ahead and read your bios and introduce you first?
Yes, I apologize. Thank you.
That's okay. Hey, listen, I like your enthusiasm. This is awesome. Welcome, everybody. Daniel's excited to talk to us, so that's great. Welcome and thanks for joining us today. My name's Joni Ogg, and on behalf of travelprofessionalnews.com, homebasedtravelagent.com, and findahosttravelagency.com, I'd like to welcome all of you to today's webinar, and I thank you for taking time out of your busy day to join with us. Now, today's topic is really going to be great. We're going to discover Cayman. No Cayman, a destination overview. And I'm super excited to welcome our speakers, Daniel Tagger and Jahira Goodwin. Now, Daniel is the National Sales Manager and has served with the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism since 2011, working from the DMO's New York City office. Formerly the Digital Marketing Specialist, Dan is responsible for leading the marketing efforts of the US sales team. And Dan brings more than 20 years of marketing experience that has spanned diverse interests, including travel, hospitality, healthcare, tech, lifestyle, software, sports, and publishing. And Jahira is the Director of Sales for Cayman Airways to North America. She brings over 25 years of distinguished experience in destination management, with a specialized focus on aviation and its related services. And she excels in partnership marketing, digital advertising, and sales strategy, effectively positioning Cayman Airways as the premier partner for the Cayman Islands in key US markets. Now today, one of you is going to be very lucky and going to win not one, but 2 round-trip economy class tickets from a Cayman Airways US gateway city to Grand Cayman, courtesy of Cayman Airways. I'm very grateful for that. I'm sure all of you are as well. So I need you all to listen really carefully, because at the end of the presentation, we will ask a question and have the answer for that. And if you answer that correctly, I will pick someone in the audience that answers it correctly to award that prize. So folks, I just want you to remember, as usual, that you're all muted, but we do welcome your questions at any time. And you can put those in the question area that you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. And when the presentation is over, we're going to take as many questions as we can. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to our wonderful speakers, Daniel and Jahira, so we can get started. Welcome.
All right, thank you, Joni. Let's try that again, because I jumped the gun before. But good afternoon, everyone. This is Daniel Tagger, National Sales Manager with the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. I'm really excited, as you can see, to be here today. It's a pleasure to provide you with all the updates you need to book your client's next Caribbean getaway. And I'm going to hand over to my colleague to say a quick hello.
Hi, everyone. It's Jahira Goodwin. I am the Director of Sales for North America for Cayman Airways. I'm truly excited to be here to talk about why Cayman Airways is the airline of choice to the Cayman Islands. We are looking forward to just giving you a lot of information on Cayman Airways and Cayman Islands. So I'll hand it over to Dan, and he's going to begin.
Absolutely, Jahira. Thank you. And Joni, thanks again. So, what to expect today? Now, as representatives of the Cayman Islands and the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, Cayman Airways, it is our job to serve you, our valued travel advisors. We're providing you with an accurate overview and give you the best tools to sell the destination. Now, while we'll do our best to combine this vital destination info within this hour, we know you might have some questions, as Joni mentioned. And if we do not get to them all, we do encourage you to reach out. And a little bit later, I'll provide a URL how best to reach out to our sales representatives on the Cayman Islands side. And for those that stay on, we mentioned that random drawing. It's a fun fact that you'll find somewhere buried in our presentation. So thanks for paying attention. And again, destination overview, some island profiles, getting there, what to do, what's new. We're going to try to cover it all today and answer any questions that you might have. So really, this is the Cayman Islands in a nutshell. We're known for some of the world's best beaches, the best food, best diving, and we have plenty of leading hotel and condo options for your luxury-minded clients, and even for products for those that are on a budget. But most of all, we're known for our friendliness, and of course, our people. The people of the Cayman Islands are known as the world's friendliest, with hospitality and a welcoming deep as part of the Caymanian culture itself. Now, the Cayman Islands are a trio of islands in the Western Caribbean, south of Cuba, and to the west of Jamaica. It's just a short 60-minute flight from Miami, and each of the islands have their own personality. They sit above an above underwater mountain, which adds to the majesty of its underwater realm. The US dollar is widely accepted, but you can expect change back in Cayman, in the Cayman dollar. And I should also note that the Cayman dollar is worth more than the US. It generally works out to $1.20 to the dollar. Now, the cosmopolitan Grand Cayman features the majority of the island's hotel product. Here you have the capital, Georgetown, as well as world-famous 7 Mile Beach. There's more than 150 restaurants. There's locations such as Rum Point, Camana Bay, Cayman Kai, West Bay, and East End are just some of the more popular districts and spots. Now, while Grand Cayman might be the most talked about, our sister islands have their own charms and a dedicated audience who loves their experiences. Cayman Brac lies 90 miles northeast of Grand Cayman. It's about a 35-minute flight. You do not take a boat or a ferry there. It's between Grand Cayman and the two sister islands. The Brac is known for its soft adventure and scuba diving, 153 bluff overlooking the eastern end. Little Cayman, though, is a little bit smaller. It's about 10 square miles. It's tranquil, and it's special because it's so remote, and it's really a remote getaway experience. In fact, by last count, I believe there's more iguanas than there are residents on the island. Population is about 150 to 175 residents. Both sister islands are known for their spectacular wall diving, including the award-winning, world-famous Bloody Bay Wall. And now, of course, getting there, here's our completely renovated airport, which now features luxury shopping, and there's more dining options and a VIP lounge. And if you're looking for the meet and greet, I encourage you to go to ciaa.com, and you'll have some information on how you can provide VIP meet and greet services to your clients. Now, we work with a lot of different carriers. There's never been more service to the destination from a carrier perspective than there is today. And actually, I'll share some special news in just a minute. But we love working with the airline partners, of course, our national flag carrier. But there's never been more flights, and getting there is easy with 20 gateway cities worldwide, with LA and now Orlando being our newest gateway city. And here's a quick snapshot of what we have worldwide. And as previously mentioned, there's never been more airlift to the destination. And where Cayman Airways comes in, they're a strategic partner. We're able to work with them on route planning and helping grow markets, including the West, and such as gateway cities, including Denver and LA. This is an eye chart, and I apologize for those that don't see it. You can find this information on visitcaymanislands.com, but this is our current 2024 flight schedule, which goes up into the, actually up until the end of the year. And you'll find some updates just in about a second. So here are some of those highlights, with American Airlines now doing summer daily service from Dallas, June 4th to August 5th. And today, daily service started on Southwest from Orlando. So we're happy that the passengers, which we welcomed a couple of hours ago, all are about to enjoy their Cayman Islands getaway from Orlando. So happy to welcome our newest gateway city, Orlando. And I'm going to kick it over to Jahaira now. And I am Jahaira, I am going to be working your slides, so feel free to just to give me a next if I'm not moving fast enough.
Sure, thank you, Dan. Again, welcome everybody. I'm just so excited to be here to talk a little bit about Cayman Airways and what we offer. As Dan mentioned, we are the strategic partner for the Cayman Islands. That means that we work in collaboration with the Department of Tourism, the Cayman Island government, to ensure that our aircraft are where the destination needs it from a tourism standpoint, financial services standpoint, And we work this way because we're government owned. So the Cayman Islands government owns Cayman Airways. We're also known for our Caymanian hospitality and ensuring, again, that when your clients arrive on Cayman Airways, they already have that Cayman experience. We're their first point of entry where they can get that essence of a Cayman Islands vacation. You can go ahead. This is our current route map. So our route structure is actually a lot more than before, which in terms of range, we acquired 4 new aircrafts, which 737-8s, which allowed for us to go to Denver, allowed for us to go to LA. LA was launched almost 2 years ago, which allowed again for us to be able to do the West Coast and get people from the West Coast of the United States to Cayman. We're also very much from a regional perspective able to get people to La Ceiba and Panama, to Jamaica, to Cuba, and of course Barbados as well. But from a North American perspective, we offer flights to New York, Miami, Tampa, and I mentioned Denver and LA. When Dan talked about getting to the sister islands, you know, what's interesting about that is Cayman Airways is the carrier, the only one that can get people from Grand Cayman over to our sister islands, which allows for us to then ensure that we have the most flights in and out of the Cayman Islands, including Grand Cayman, than any other carrier. You can go ahead, Ted. This is our current fleet that we have. Again, we talked about the 4 new 737-8s, which allow for configuration of 160 seats, with 16 of them being business class and 144 being an economy class. So your clients then are able to get that experience and that business class experience and luxury that the destination is also known for. The smaller 2 fleets are the Saab, which has got 2 of those, and those are 34 seats, and they traditionally go between Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac. The Twin Otters. So Dan talked about Little Cayman and being so reclusive and just having less, you know, more iguanas than people there. What that experience is like when using the Twin Otters is there's no runway there. You truly land, and you land on gravel and grass. So you really feel that you have been taken away to this really peaceful and reclusive place. What we have now is to showing you the connection between and how the 3 fleets rotate in and out of the 3 islands. And we connect you again to the sister islands of Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. Next. From a products and services perspective, again, we spoke about business class, and I'll go into details in the presentation of what that entails, what do your clients will receive. From a group perspective, we do offer group rates again. From a charter, so let's say you have clients that have a large group that want to travel outside of our gateway city, we can't get them on schedule there. We do have charter services as well, and we do offer cargo services as the national flight carrier. Again, talking about Caymanian hospitality, what's that like? You know, one, we pride ourselves in just making sure that our guests and our clients are able to feel that Caymanian spirit. One, you know, we do offer a generous baggage allowance, which means that you get up to 55 pounds on your check bags for the jet service, which is that extra 5 pounds if you're traveling with family, and you know that extra 5 pounds counts. When it comes to the fees as well, our fees are less than any of our competitors, with the first bag being $25, the second bag being another $25. Again, one of the most generous baggage allowance in the industry. We also offer in-flight entertainment, so people can use their personal devices to stream movies, series, music, games, making sure that during those longer flights that they have access to entertainment on board. And again, that whole feeling like you're on vacation, getting that vacation vibe, we do offer complimentary rum punch in flight on all of our jet service. Next. Even more reasons to book Cayman Airways. We do offer TSA pre-check, so your clients making sure they're coming through, they have that option available, or impeccable safety record. Free seat selection, so currently you do not have to pay for seat selection. You have families that are traveling together, you can seat them together. We do have an amazing leg room, so our pitch in our aircraft are a lot more than our competitors. And for those people that are traveling on flights of 2 hours or more, so LA, Denver, and New York, you get complimentary meals in economy. That is also something that most of the carriers now don't offer. You have to pay for everything. We do offer meals for those people that are traveling in economy for flights over 2 hours. Next. Cayman is known for its destination wedding and having some amazing vendors on the ground. We also wanted to make sure that we complemented that and that product as a national carrier. With people that are getting married in the Cayman Islands, the bride and groom can get and purchase tickets on Cayman Airways. They can get priority check-in. If they do decide to purchase in economy, we will give them an upgrade to business class 24 hours in advance, of course, based on availability. They'll get complimentary champagne. If they'll get access to our Serturda Club lounge. We have the only lounge at the airport in Grand Cayman, no one else, and it's only available to our Cayman Airways passengers. They'll get access to that. Should they want to come on their next trip to Cayman, let's say they want to come on an anniversary trip, they will get a 5% discount on that next trip. If they do want to purchase business class seats, we'll give them 10% discount on that. And for their guests, we do have group fares available. We also have designated specialists that will work with you and your clients to ensure that there's a seamless process when booking the Cayman Airways destination wedding package. And from a honeymooner's perspective, again, people that are honeymooning in the Cayman Islands and they book their flight on Cayman Airways, we will ensure that they have priority check-in. We will upgrade them. They will get complimentary champagne in flight, particularly those that are in economy, because that's what you automatically get in business. So if they get upgraded, they will receive that as well. They will get access to the lounge in Grand Cayman. Again, we do have designated specialists that will help you and make that process easy. Business class, what does that entail? For those clients that are booked business class, you'll get priority check-in, 3 complimentary check bags up to 55 pounds, which means that, again, they're not restricted to and limited to how much they can carry up to 55 pounds. We will give them access to the lounge in GCM. They'll get complimentary meals and cocktails in flight, and of course, just the spaciousness of the executive cabin. Groups that we consider 10 people or more, we do have designated specialists again that will help you through that ticketing process. We do have designated fares. We do allow for a block of seats for your group, which a minimal amount of deposit. Should they travel with kids, we do have kids fares as well. Every 30 tickets that they purchase, they do get 1 complimentary ticket. They will be responsible for taxes, but again, every 30 ticket, there's 1 free. We allow for name change before departure of $25. Again, seat selection, and the full payment isn't due until 30 days prior to departure. And let's talk a little bit about each one of the routes so you can understand a little bit more. Denver, you can get to Denver within 4 hours of the Cayman Islands. It's a Saturday only service. Again, we talked about in-flight meal throughout the entire aircraft, all cabins. It is a seasonal service, which means that it is operational until the 10th of August, and then it resumes again December 14th. So the Denver service is December through August, but it allows, and by us going into Denver, it literally cut the flight time for those passengers by half. So again, strategically, where do we place Cayman Airways based on the needs of the destination? Denver was a strategic choice, allowing for us to cut the flight time in half. LA is our newest North American route. Again, 5.5 hours, and you're in the Cayman Islands. That is just such an amazing flight time. Again, because geographically where we're located, because we have Cayman Airways, everything aligned for us to be able to do this. We currently have twice weekly service. It's year round. We also have to note that midweek service, it suspends on the 17th of September, but it resumes again December 18th. So, but the weekend service is continual. I like to put in here just an itinerary for you guys to understand. Should they come in on that Sunday and return on the Wednesday, what could they do in that 4-year span? There's lots that can be done. Our arrival into GCM from LA allows for them to do a sunset cruise or sunset dinner should they want to do that. Again, that is such an easy thing. The next day they can explore Cayman. Here are a couple options of what they could do. Stingray City, they can go up north side to the Crystal Caves. They can do horseback riding. They can do the distillery. And if the moon allows the bioluminescence tour, they can do that. So those are just some of the activities they can do on day 2. And again, day 3, they can kind of chill and relax. If they wanted to do yoga, go to the spa. Cayman resorts have amazing spas. They could relax on the beach or poolside. We're known as the culinary capital of the Caribbean, which Dan talked about, having really great restaurants. Again, they could explore some of that and just sit and relax and enjoy a Cayman sunset. Day 4, there's still time for them to do something. They can walk on the beach, have breakfast, go shopping in Camana Bay, come back and still get ready to leave for their flight to LA. So again, there's plenty to do should they want to do a shorter stay of coming in Sunday and departing on the Wednesday. And again, should they want to come in on Sunday and leave on the Saturday, there's tons more for them to explore. JFK is a 4-hour flight. It's 3 times a week that flight's available. Again, meals in economy year round. We are the only business class service from New York to the Cayman Islands. No other carrier offers that. So it's important for you to see and understand that that is a product that's only available via Cayman Airways. Miami, just an hour away. I think that's a great point. If you're connecting people to Cayman, Miami is a great way to do it. We do have daily service there. It is year round. It's perfect for a long stay or for those clients that are looking for a short trip. The weekend getaways, they can fly in on the Friday and fly out on the Sunday, or have an extra long weekend, they can do that. And we do offer competitive fares as well. And Tampa, there's a history between Cayman and Tampa. So this is a really great route for us. It allows for people to get to Cayman in less than 2 hours from Central Florida, 5 times a week, year-round for service. Again, this allows for, because of the frequency, allows for perfect weekend getaways. We do have a business class lounge at the Tampa airport as well. I talked about connecting earlier. Should you want to connect your clients to a Cayman Airways flight, we do have interline agreements with the following carriers, which means that they can check their bags all the way through. They can be ticketed together. So there is that connectivity option also available on us, should you want to connect your clients to Cayman Airways. I love having this there because, with the amount of people that we do have on board, and they do enjoy our rum punch, I want you to have just the recipe until you can actually come on board Cayman Airways and experience it for yourself. You're feeling like you need a vibe of an island vibe. Here's a great thing for you to do. We look forward to having you vacation with us and have your clients vacation with us as well. And please follow us on our social. I'm a great resource for any information that you have, but you can feel free to follow us on our social channels again to get the latest and greatest. You can share your cow story with us when you or your clients come on board as well. And again, I'm Jahara Goodwin, Director of Sales for Cayman Airways. You can screenshot the QR code, but my information is there. We'll make sure that you have our information post-webinar as well, but feel free to pull that up. And in the chat, I did also insert my digital business card, so you can have the link to that there as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Jahira. I know you'll be coming back because we want to share some benefits for our travel advisor friends, and you'll also be back for the Q&A.
Absolutely.
So thanks so much. So we talked about how to get there, and I hope you all agree that there's plenty of options. And Jahira touched on all the Cayman Airways gateway cities, and of course we have our connection hubs in Atlanta, Miami, of course JFK, and Houston. But where to stay? Now, Cayman is really rich with hotels, condos, guest rooms from major chains to small private boutiques. The destination truly has a stay for all of your clients. 3-star, 4-star, 5-star hotels, boutiques, condos, and villas, family-friendly and adult getaways. Cayman is a unique blend of a destination that has experiences not only for families, but there is the adult side of Cayman as well. And here are just some of the chains and some of the private hotels that we offer. And I'm going to take you through just a few snapshots over the next few slides of just some of the hotels. So we have the Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inn is located on the oceanfront in West Bay. There's an 18-hole golf course, and it's about a 15-minute drive from the airport. Locale is located in the 7-mile beach corridor. Sunshine Suites is across from the Westin Grand Cayman Hotel, and it's more or less a sister property of that, where you can share the same amenities as the Westin. And the Wyndham is a special little property. They offer all-inclusive options, and that's featured on the east end of the island. Some pictures of some of the properties. Sunshine Suites has some of the best fish tacos on island. They still do. And there you get a little snapshot of Wyndham. Those that know the destination might have remembered this was the Reef Resort, and now it's the Wyndham Reef Resort. They changed flags about 7 or 8 years ago. Another little gem, this refurbished property used to be the Comfort Suites, again, for those that are familiar with the destination. It has since been reimagined to a truly fun, laid-back, fulfilling stay. It's a big island, and a big island highlight would be their restaurant, Miss Piper's. It's a new traditional take on Cayman cuisine. Moving up to our 4-star properties, we have the Marriott and the Westin. Forgive me, I don't have the room for the Marriott, but memory cert, well, actually it's on the next slide. But if it's not, I believe they have 301 rooms compared to the Westin's 343. Let's see. And there it is, 301 rooms. Really beautiful hotel. I like to consider this more on the JW style as far as, especially from their lobby space. They just renovated their rooms. And here's a couple of shots of the hotel. It's important to note that the Marriott is a waterside hotel right off 7 Mile Beach. And as you can see in the next photo, this is where the beach wall is right here. So it's just important to know, to let your clients know that it's more of a waterfront hotel. And moving on to our next 4-star, we encourage your guests to experience the revitalized Westin Grand Cayman 7 Mile Beach Resort and Spa. And we promise your guests don't have to say the full name. Now, the Marriott is a special property, has a wonderful spot on 7 Mile Beach. It's a AAA 4-diamond resort. A few years ago, they went through a $50 million renovation, about 343 rooms and suites, and is the largest freshwater pool in Grand Cayman. They have a wonderful sushi restaurant too, right located outside the lobby. A little snapshot of their spot on 7 Mile Beach. This is separated from the Ritz-Carlton, which is we're going to be talking about next. The Marriott and the Ritz-Carlton are, the Westin and the Ritz-Carlton are separated by property in between them. So let's talk about our 5 stars. Starting with the Ritz-Carlton. This is our largest hotel on the island. And this hotel was opened in 2005. It has 368 guest rooms. The resort tower, the majority of the guest rooms are located on the main building, with several guest rooms available on the residence side of the property. One of the best spots on 7 Mile Beach. Very calm water, and there is a golf course right on property as well, a 9-hole. And you can just see some of the redeveloped lobby and some of the color schemes that they have in the property. I would also encourage you, if you're not familiar with this property, to check it out online at ritzcarlton.com/Grand Cayman. And moving over to another gem, again, 5-star luxury. So you had your traditional luxury, if you would, with the Ritz-Carlton. Now is a take on modern luxury by the Kimpton Seafire. 264 guest rooms. It's an award-winning Turkish Hammam spa. And we're going to take you through some of the photos of this property. And as I mentioned before, how Grand Cayman is perfect for families. And obviously this hotel is a clear example of kind of the economy. Wonderful splash park, really nice accommodations. Families appreciate the bungalows. But on the other end, it's also an adult getaway. And there are definitely pockets for adults in this hotel. And it's a great choice. And again, the bungalows are a perfect option for your clients looking for a more private experience. And speaking of which, the bungalows house 5 separate suites that feature full kitchens. 2-bedroom beach houses now boast private plunge pools. And part of the reason we are known as the culinary capital of the Caribbean is some of the restaurants in the Seafire. A favorite of mine is Ave, and you must have a drink at that lobby bar, Library by the Sea. I touched on their Turkish Hammam Spa. It's one of the only resorts in the Caribbean to have one. 8,500 square feet with 7 treatment rooms. Looking at some of our boutique properties, we have the Caribbean Club in Palm Heights at 52 rooms. Palm Heights is actually our 3rd Virtuoso property, followed by the Kimpton Seafire and the Ritz-Carlton, as I just mentioned. Now, this is really a property for discerning travelers looking for a luxury home away from their home, and most will find it at the Caribbean Club. This beautiful boutique property. Moving over to that Virtuoso property I mentioned, Palm Heights is a generational reboot celebrating regional cultural cuisine, wellness, thinking, and design. It's a revel of the glory days of the Caribbean, understated glamour. This is the high-end luxury property. And just to touch on some of our condos and villas, these are 2 properties that I encourage you to work with. They do have a competitive commission structure. It's your client's home in the Cayman Islands in every sense of the word. They offer villas, condos, or guest houses, and these living spaces offer more than privacy, allowing you to stretch out and enjoy your scheduled and secluded hideaway. And just touching on very briefly on some of the sister island properties, just in the interest of time, but I encourage you to go to visitcaymanislands.com and you find a full location and information on all the properties on all 3 islands. And here's just some of the, to highlight, Southern Cross Club on Little Cayman, Pirates Point, Little Cayman Beach Resort. La Soleil d'Or is a 5-star luxury boutique property located in the heart of Cayman Brac. It also features, I think it's a 20-acre farm where they offer farm-to-table meals and a private chef. So let's talk about what's new. Well, the future is bright in Cayman. We reached a milestone of surpassing 8,000 rooms. Our current room stock is about 8,022. We've had recent hotel openings, including the Hotel Indigo, and also Vita, a luxury boutique property focused on wellness and soft adventure. And we have 600 more rooms slated by the end of 2025 in Georgetown with 1GT, the Grand Hyatt, and the Kalani, a Curio Collection hotel. And here's some information on the Grand Hyatt. We're really excited about this property. Those that are familiar with the destination know that we had the Hyatt flag years ago. Unfortunately, it was knocked out by the 2004 Hurricane Ivan. This is located in a new spot. It's a new build, and we're really excited to welcome the Hyatt flag back to Grand Cayman. Now, I mentioned Vita. Vita is a property that just opened up about 2 months ago, and I had the pleasure of experiencing this property, did a really wonderful site tour. It's located not far from Papagallo in West Bay. It's really more of a private, secluded hotel, and you have Barker's Beach on the property as well. And here's some stats on Vita. 22 rooms. And they have one of the best chefs, I have to say, on island. Chef Maureen. She is partnered with the property, and her traditional meets Cayman meets high-end fusion is really working well for the property. And our second hotel that just opened about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago is the Hotel Indigo. It celebrates the island's vibrant history of seafaring explorers who built a community and kinship that endures to this very day. Features 5 to 6, I believe it's 6 dining locations. I apologize, and we're going to go over that in a second. And I had a video, it might be a little choppy, but we're going to skip that video. But each of the contemporary guest rooms offer its own collection of thoughtful touches and elements, including waterfront views and furnished outdoor balconies. I'm going to take you through a few of those slides so you can breathe it in a little bit. We're really excited about this property and what it's actually adding to that part of the island. It's right next to the Kimpton. As you can see, some of the room product. Perfect for families as well. Now, it features 6 restaurants, including Catalina, Rasa, Pom Pom, Milkberry, Batabar, Cafe Alula. I apologize, Alula. And for instance, Catalina, though, takes advantage of the best ingredients and its artisan crafts the island has to offer. And this is the restaurant that's getting a lot of buzz. It's Pom Pom, stunning 180-degree tropical views of Grand Cayman, exotic Latin-inspired cocktails and small plates to share, lush places to lounge, live DJs who never miss a beat. I'm taking you to some of the outdoor space. So those are our hotels, and we're now going to highlight just some of the benefits, some of the interesting positive selling points that the destination offers. We're very proud to be the culinary capital of the Caribbean. We feature 200 restaurants. Grand Cayman's a unique melting pot, and 140 nationalities really do blend onto our dishes, onto our menus. International flavors, great diversity, and a quality of selection. Not to mention the bars that we have, and the wine offerings that we have as well. And brunch in the Cayman Islands, if you're sending clients there, they have to do brunch. And you can work with our team on some of those recommendations. But to be quite frank, you're going to get probably different answers every time you talk to one of our reps, because that's how good the restaurants are, and that's how well Sunday brunch is done. And if I may, I'm going to just suggest a few restaurants. If you're looking for a high-end experience, go to the Ritz-Carlton, Blue by Eric Repair. Some of the best fresh seafood is at Agua. Agua is at Camana Bay. And some cultural diversity, if you want some really local Caymanian cuisine, Heritage Kitchen, Farm to Table Brasserie in Georgetown, and Grand Old House. And that's a perfect restaurant for large groups or your events. We're doing okay on time, and we're going to talk about why the Cayman Islands is the birthplace of recreational diving. Cayman is a very unique destination for diving because not only you have the appeal of the expert diver, but it's also a great place for your novice divers to learn. It's 100 feet visibility, and some days it's even higher than that. Again, a wonderful place for experts and beginners. Wreck, reef, and shore diving, and there's 365 dive sites all on island. But why divers love the destination from novice to expert is because A, the visibility, but also the fact that all the dive sites are located very general to Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, and Cayman Brac. You do not have to take a boat ride for 45 minutes, even to an hour, to find a really prime dive spot. But with 365, and if you look at the maps, you'll see that they're all spread out evenly over all 3 islands. Cayman is known for its adventure as well, and we have a few attractions that we would like to show us. Some don't consider golf an adventure. I consider it a soft adventure for myself, considering my handicap. And Jahaira touched on bioluminescence, and I wanted to kind of give you a little snapshot of this. It's a natural phenomenon that occurs It's in very few rare places around the world, but you're able to kayak and experience the bioluminescence bay, and it only works best on it does not work well on a new moon, excuse me, on a full moon. It works best on a new moon. And if you are sending your clients or if you're sending yourselves, one thing they have to do is a must. It's Stingray City. A visit to Stingray City is like no other. It's a quick boat ride to shallow water sandbar. On some days, the water could be up to about 7 to 8 feet, but you get up close and personal in the city with Atlantic Southern Stingrays. Atlantic Southern Stingrays, that is what I said. So drawn to the area's calm waters, the stingrays are there, and to me, and I'm sure Jahaira will agree, they're almost like puppies. They're very safe, gentle. They want you to pet them. They, of course, want you to feed them. And it's a once in a lifetime experience that I think I've done about 35 times, and I love it. Crystal Caves is a perfect place for either it be an overcast day or just a day when you're looking to do more of a land-based adventure. It's amazing cave tours where you see stalactites and stalagmites in crystal cave structures. A lot of times they combine this tour with Pedro St. James, which is our National Historic Site. Another hotspot would have to be Cayman Bay. It's a lively waterfront town where you can satisfy your foodie cravings. There's shopping, and you can find all local things and explore their weekly local harvest market. Here's some stats on Cayman Bay. It's 650 acres in this vibrant town center. And there's pretty much an event in Cayman Bay for every day of the year, if not more. Some more memorable experiences. We have our Turtle Center, the Cayman Islands Wildlife Encounter. It's home to 11,000 green sea turtles. There's a snorkeling pond as well. For those that are a little daring, the helicopter tours are magnificent all over Grand Cayman as you explore the topography. I mentioned Pedro St. James. That's our National Historic Site, and it overlooks a beautiful, a beautiful bluff overlooking the water. And consider some of our island tours. One of our most popular spots is Hell. And you could literally send your clients to the town of Hell. And how to get there. Well, here's just some of our island partners and our DMC partners that we recommend you work with. These are seasoned teams of professionals from Webster's to Cayman Sun Tours, to the DMC partners, which is Ethos and Red Sail Sports, to DMC and event planning, which would be Celebrations. So what's new from the product side? Well, Rum Point, which is probably one of my favorite spots in the whole world, went through a renovation just last year. I was a little hesitant hearing about it and holding back my excitement until I saw the job that was done as far as renovating Rum Point. They took all the charm, all of the subtleness, and they packaged it together to modernize it. And you have a wonderful restaurant there called Solace. Offers casual and elevated dining and inspired cocktails. The video might be a little choppy, so I'm going to move on because it won't give it the credit it deserves. And there are 12 pickleball courts undercover at Pickleball Cayman. Outside, there will be there's three oversized tennis courts as well. And this is a wonderful facility for both locals and for your clients that want to satisfy their pickleball needs. This is located not far from the airport. And the airport from 7 Mile Beach Corridor is only between 15 to 25 minutes around that whole corridor from the airport. So this is within a 3 to 5 minute drive from the airport. So it's very close to the hotels that your clients might be staying at. So we talked about the destination, and hopefully Jahaira and I were able to paint a picture, an accurate picture of what the destination offers your clients. But we do know that promotions and benefits are as important to you and to most. And of course, we've heard. So we have our summer promotion. If you go to our website, visit CaymanIslands.com, under offers, you'll see all of the selections that our hotel partners have submitted for the summer. Some are up to 35%. But for today, and what we've been doing since Travel Advisor Appreciation Day, we launched this program where you can have your client be sent a canvas tote bag, which features a beach towel, some sunscreen, and all you need to do for your client to get that bag is to book their summer getaway for the summer period, which is between May 1st and September 7th. And if you book them by June 30th, you enter your booking on CaymanSpecialist.com for those graduates, and we will automatically send you or your client this beach bag, and we'll also send a personalized note from you to them. So I encourage you all to take advantage of this program. And here are just some of those commissionable offers that we have. On visit CaymanIslands.com, you'll see a selection of those offers. Those are more consumer facing. These are the ones that are commissionable. Luxury Cayman Villas, Western Grand Cayman, and Wyndham as well. And I'm going to kick it back to Ms. Jahaira to talk about the travel trade.
Yeah, so, part of what Cayman Airways does, again, is making sure that we do an alignment with the destination. We are still one of the only carriers that offer commission. Up to 5%. So if you're booking on a Cayman Airways ticket stock, you get 5% commission. If you're booking on other ticket stock, you do get 4% commission as well. So again, another perk, another benefit as to why Cayman Airways, this is one of them. It is cash in your pockets. We do also offer discount for our travel advisors if they're traveling on Cayman Airways. So you could do, as an example, an 80/75 if you'd like to do that. Your spouse is also eligible for 80/50. We do have an 80/100. That's based on space availability, but we do offer that as well. So you get to taste a bit of Cayman Airways and get to the Cayman Islands real easily. For more information, or if you have all the details, you could go to CaymanAirways.com/travel advisors. That landing page is designed for you. On there, you'll see, any special offers we have. You'll be able to sign up to get information from us. So our monthly newsletter, that's an option there too. It'll send you to where you can go in and request for the travel advisor discount fares. So there's lots of information on there. Again, many, many more reasons as to why Cayman Airways, and this is one of them. For you, it is cash in your pocket.
Awesome. Thanks, Jahaira. And I know many travel advisors that do take advantage of that. So thank you for offering. So I mentioned our specialist program, and I'm not sure exactly how many we have on here today, but I would love you all, if you're not, to join our specialist program. Most of the information in the exam I presented here today, so it would be pretty easy for you to graduate if you sign up for our specialist program. But aside from that bag that we give away, we truly have one of the most rewarding programs in the industry. If you enter your bookings, the advisor with the most bookings automatically gets $500 cash prize, $250 for the runner-up, $100 and $100 for the final two. And those that have maybe one booking per month, you really should enter that booking, because we do have that random $100 winner, which a lot of the clients, a lot of advisors take advantage of. But if you join our program, you'll receive that beautiful tumbler that we're offering. It's a teal tumbler, and that's the program signature gift. And we're also going to be providing decals for that welcome package. And there's some more benefits that Jahaira has as well. So join the program, you'll be part of our family, and you can also join our Facebook group page for specialists, which you'll receive an invitation once you graduate. And if you enjoyed today's webinar, be happy to answer some of your questions. Feel free to click on my name if you are going to become a specialist. And lastly, excuse me. Why book the Cayman Islands? Well, the Cayman Islands, we have our specials and rewards program, luxury accommodations and amenities. Think of us from an adventure and ecotourism perspective, culinary capital of the Caribbean, world-class diving and snorkeling. And I wanted to introduce my team to you because you can easily reach out if you go to visitcaymanislands.com/trade and find the respective rep within your region. And they'll be happy to answer any further questions you might have that Jahira and I were not able to answer today. And Jahira did provide her contact information earlier. With that, I thank you, but I know we have some business to attend to. If I can hand that back to Joni, if you wanted to do that.
I'm here.
Or did you want to?
Fantastic presentation. I just want to go. I just want to go to Grand Cayman. That's all I want to do. That's the rest of it. You know, that's it. So I do have some questions from our audience. If you have some time, maybe to answer some of these, I would appreciate it. I'll ask the question and let the two of you decide who gets to answer it. Okay. First question is, what was the VIP service for clients arriving to Grand Cayman?
Yes, so there's a meet and greet that the airport offers. I could follow up and provide that information, but if you go to ciaa.com, you can find more information on the meet and greet program that's offered.
Perfect. Okay, great, thanks. Also, can we only book Cayman Airways flights on CaymanAirways.com, or are they available on tour operator websites or consolidator websites?
No, so you could do GDS, you can go through tour operators as well. So wholesalers have access to all of our rates, and that's how you get your commission as well.
Okay.
Joni,
yes.
I apologize. CaymanAirports.com is the site. CIAA is the Cayman Islands Airport Authority. It's not that URL. It's CaymanAirports.com.
Oh.
Thanks for letting me clear that up.
Yeah, someone said that didn't. Yeah, someone said that didn't work. So they were right on that. All right. And this person says, if flying out of LAX in business class, do the passengers have access to any of the airport lounge amenities?
Currently, we do not. So we're working with our partners to try to get a lounge access for them. But
okay,
coming out of LAX, we currently do not. But it's on our list to do for sure.
Okay, cool. All right. What are the most popular excursions, in your opinion, for cruise clients?
Yeah.
So,
you want to go first, Jahira?
Yeah, so I think from my perspective, doing Stingray City. So a lot of people who go on the cruise do Stingray City. We do have people who also go to Crystal Caves, but that one is much further away. So depending on when you dock, the Crystal Caves are amazing experience. But for sure, Stingray City is actually the #1 attraction.
Yeah, and I would say too, whatever excursion or island tour, and Jahira definitely hit on the popular ones, but leave some time for Georgetown before you board. It really is a special place. There's tons of options there, and it's perfect for that last 2 hours, hour and a half before you have to board, just to do that final shopping in Georgetown.
Okay. Michelle has a couple questions. I'm going to run these together. How far away is the Kimpton from the Westin, and is the Hampton Inn on the beach or across the street?
So the Hampton Beach is not directly located on the beach. It's about a 2-minute walk off property to the beach, but it's not located on the land side. It's kind of in its own little cove next to the Marriott. The Westin is, I would say, about a 15-minute beach walk between properties, if that makes sense. So it's maybe about a 5-7 minute drive.
Okay, perfect. The villa properties with the full kitchens, should a family decide to utilize the home-like amenities, are there grocery stores nearby or ordering delivery services available?
Yes, most of the hotels do offer that. And there is a central located supermarket right in the 7 Mile Beach corridor. It's right in Camana Bay, which is centrally located. So you have the Marriott, which is right there, and it's about 5 minutes away from the other hotels I mentioned. But the hotels do offer some of that service. I know Caribbean Club does as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Which of the accommodations offer destination weddings, if you know that?
Which of the accommodations offer destination weddings or programs, you mean?
Packages.
Yes.
Packages.
Yeah, I guess would say maybe specialize in doing destination weddings.
So I know
Well,
the sorry.
yeah, you go ahead, Jahar.
Sorry. I know the Ritz-Carlton, they do have packages as well. The Westin, if I'm not mistaken, offer that. Majority of them do, but I know for a fact those two have packages that we work with them on from a Cayman Airways perspective. And we do have some like the Wharf. So the Cayman Airways has a special agreement with the Wharf and with Grand Ole House, same owners, that if they have Cayman Airways passengers that are getting married in the destination, they are also offer various discounts as well for them. So I can actually put that in our follow-up email so you can have access to what that is.
Perfect. Somebody was asking also, Jahira, about marketing flyers. And so I know you mentioned that earlier. So I'm assuming you'll just be reaching out to folks because everyone's email will be available to Jahira and Danielle. So just so you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we'll make sure you have a follow-up email that contains a lot of information. And of course, if there's specific things that you need, we can make that available to you as well.
Okay. And I'll also mention too that our rewards program, CaymanSpecialist.com, we do have our resources when you become a graduate. So there's a section on there. It does have the flyers. I would like this, if Joni agrees, maybe we can take this recording and post it on there as well, or wherever it needs to live. But okay. We do have other webinars on that specialist program as well if you're looking for more information.
Okay, we've got a few more questions, but I think we're going to have to, in the interest of time, and I know folks, I don't want them to stay much over an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll do our final question for our prize. But I did want to mention to everybody that is on the webinar, we do record this. So this entire webinar will be recorded, and you're going to be receiving an email from us and probably within the next hour or so, which will have that recording available to you. So just be watching for that email. It'll have all the links because we post it on a number of different sites, so you'll have access to it. Let me just make sure there's nothing in our need to ask that didn't get asked. I know you folks will all see, you'll see this later on, so you can reply to folks accordingly. So it's time now for the prize. Now, we know it's the most generous prize. It's just amazing. I appreciate it so much, and I know all of our listeners do as well, and they've patiently waited. So I am going to ask a question, and I'm going to ask, first I'm going to ask Daniel, since you're the first person we had spoken to about putting this webinar together. Daniel, what is your favorite number between 1 and 10? It can be 1 or 10, but around 1 or 10.
Man, I have two daughters that are 6 and 2 are their numbers, so I'm gonna have to split that, and we'll go with 4.
Okay, I just needed to know. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick somebody. I'm not gonna tell you if it's gonna be the fourth person or anything else, but I will get, if you folks could just type the answer into this question in the questions area that you see on the right-hand side of your screen where you were already posting a good number of questions. I am going to go ahead and take the fourth correct answer, and that person is going to earn these tickets. And again, thank you for these tickets. All right, people are guessing. Folks, you can't do that. You don't even know what the question is yet. Okay, I love the energy in this webinar. All right, you ready? Drum roll and type quickly. What are the types of the stingrays that inhabit Stingray City? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pick the fourth correct answer. All right, the winner of this is Stephanie Whaley. Stephanie, congratulations. You have won the airline tickets. Lucky you, lady. You want me to come with you? Just let me know, okay? And we are all good. I cannot thank you all enough for being here today. And Daniel and Jahira, this was a great presentation. Makes everybody I know want to go there, just like me. But do you guys have any other words you'd like to say before we close it out today?
We're so excited to welcome your clients and even yourselves to our shores. So please consider.
Oh, I forgot to give the answer. What's the answer, Daniel?
The answer is Atlantic Southern. Southern stingrays.
Yes, I always
with
forget
stingray
that part.
setting.
I don't know why. Thank you, Atlantic Southern. And he did say that twice for you folks. So he was giving you a double hint. Well, that was great. And Jahira?
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, let us know if there's anything you need. We'll be happy to be here and answer any questions you may have.
Okay, I suggest everybody to start selling Grand Cayman. All right,
Absolutely.
thank you all so much for today, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.